Today we're going to be looking at the MTZ556 in Modern Warfare Zombies. Now this is one of the assault rifles that can equip the Incendiary round, so you will be tearing through almost anything. We're going to be taking a quick little jaunt through the red tier zone, and then I'm going to be going into the Season 2 Dark Aether. As always, the loadout is going to be at the end of the video, and we're just going to be discussing some things about Modern Warfare Zombies in general. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. I appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, rock the hell out of that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new, man. We are getting so close to that 20,000 subscriber goal. We will be getting into everything about this run, but really quick, I do need to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor. If you guys are looking to unlock the new MW3 camos such as Interstellar or Borealis, or possibly even play in some bot lobbies or get all the best schematics in Modern Warfare Zombies, then be sure to check out Midge Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable sellers with heaps of brand new offerings for MW3 with completely safe and legitimate services for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. With thousands of great reviews on Trustpilot, you guys should definitely check them out. Be sure to use code REALG at checkout for 5% off your entire order for a limited time only. Now I'm sure most of you are well aware of the Incendiary bullets right now here in Season 4 of Modern Warfare Zombies, because that's pretty much all the rest of the zombie YouTubers have been talking about lately, including myself. But in case you guys haven't been in the loop, these things are just incredibly broken. So maybe if you guys have a favorite weapon or something that wasn't too good in Modern Warfare Zombies before, and if it can equip the Incendiary bullets, I guarantee you it's probably going to do pretty good right now. All of the weapons are acting quite a bit different though. Like, we even have the XRK that's one-shotting Mega Abominations right now and two-shotting that Stormcaller. Pretty damn crazy. There's also been rumors that you could 5-shot the Red Worm with that thing. I still have to test that out. Like I've said before, this does feel like something that is overpowered enough that the devs actually might take the time to fix this. Who knows? This game really is far enough in its life cycle that just maybe they might say, hey, we're gonna leave everything alone and just let them have their fun with the absolutely OP stuff, which does seem kind of likely considering it does kind of feel like they're abandoning this game mode already. That is one of the things that I did want to talk about, and that is just that I feel like we're already at the end of the game, and that I know we do have quite a bit of content to still go through. Like, we do have the unstable rifts that are going to be coming here in Season 4 Reloaded, which I am looking forward to that. I think just a little touch of round-based in this game would be a nice little refresher, and I'm definitely excited for what they got planned for Season 5, but like I've said before, I have a feeling that Season 5 is probably going to be our final last big content drop for Modern Warfare Zombies. It just really seems like they're going to try to wrap up the story for Modern Warfare Zombies here in Season 5, especially since Season 6 and Black Ops 6 are going to be kind of coming out right along the same time. And also, if the rumors are true, we've been hearing that the zombie mode for Black Ops 6 is actually going to be the mode that is going to be playable early, so hopefully we'll be playing Black Ops 6 Zombies about a week before the game actually launches. We've seen the campaign early access the last couple of years, and I have a feeling they might end up doing that again, but if they do the Zombies way, that would be the first for us, and that would be really cool to see. Now, there might have been a year that multiplayer was playable early, but I might be wrong on that one. I'm sure somebody will let me know down in the comments. By the way, did you guys see how fast we dealt with that HVT Discipled? I mean, he was just there one second, he was gone the next. Those guys aren't even weak to fire. I mean, they really did something with these Incendiary bullets here in Season 4. Now, these things were always OP. Like, I remember shredding through the Mega Abominations and everything. I've been equipping these Incendiary bullets along with Napalm Burst just to give these guns that little more oomph, you know, that extra power. But it's really like somebody just decided to go all out here in Season 4 and give us something just extremely OP. Definitely made this Dark Aether run incredibly easy, which is another thing I kind of wanted to talk about with you guys is the Dark Aethers here. And I noticed a couple comments, especially one guy saying that he couldn't get anybody to go into the newest Elder Dark Aether with him. And I think I kind of have the answer for that one, and that is because the newest Dark Aether is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty difficult, and for the schematics that you get out of there, and even just for the acquisitions that you get out of there, it's kind of not worth it. I mean, some of the, like, okay, so don't get me wrong, some of those acquisitions are really cool. Like, I actually didn't think that the Sergeant's Parade was gonna be as cool as it is. Having that Merc Soldier just follow you around throughout the entire match and act just like the friendly Hellhound is completely awesome. I absolutely love that. Even the Dead Wire Detonators can be pretty cool. Golden Gas Mask is very meh. That's really all I gotta say about it. Like, it's kind of cool to have, but at the same time, it's kind of useless. If you have a golden gas mask, you can just repair it at any ammo station anyways, so it's kind of useless. So all in all, most of these players, they're going to be going into that Dark Aether to get those schematics, and then they're probably not going to want to go back in just because getting those acquisitions again really aren't worth it. If they really want to use them, they're just going to craft them, and that's just it. They're just going to wait on their cooldown timers, which probably to most of these players, waiting on these cooldown cooldown timers is perfectly fine by them, because like I said, most of these schematics are very, very mid. My number one advice for you guys, if you haven't gotten the Season 3 Reloaded Dark Aether open yet, and you still need to get these schematics yet, you can always just ask in the lobby if anybody's going to be going into the Elder Dark Aether and see if they'd be willing to take you along with them, because if they can take you in there, that'll also completely bypass all of the steps that you gotta take to open it up yourself, which can be kind of a pain in the ass. But honestly, if you guys are into zombies and if you've been around the scene for a long time and you kind of like doing Easter egg hunts and stuff like that, then it really shouldn't be too much of a problem for you. I would say the hardest part is just going to be upgrading those items right now, because everybody rushes to those triangles to get those free flawless crystals and legendary ether tools. Really just avoid all of the steps and hassle, and I would just see if somebody would be willing to take you in there with them. Also, just ask them if they're going to be going into that one or which dark ether that they're doing, or see if they wouldn't mind doing that one, because even like myself, I really only like going into the Season 2 Dark Aether and the original Dark Aether. Now, number one, I like doing the original Dark Aether because I think it gives you the absolute best acquisitions that you can get in this game, being that golden armor plate and the ether blade. Those two items still at the very end of this life cycle I think are like the best two items in the game. The thing about the original OG Dark Aether, especially for solo players, is that that one can be a little bit of a toughie, especially with that escort mission. If you don't have a VR11, that thing's going to be damn near close to impossible to do solo. That does take it down just a little bit for me, but the Season 2 Reloaded Dark Aether I think is just my absolute sweet spot. It's the one that I love to run through. However, since they buffed it up a little bit, it does feel like it is a little bit more of a challenge in here. There is a lot more zombies that are running around after you. The one thing I love about this Dark Aether is that you really don't need anything specific to complete it, especially for solo players. There is a couple of things that will kind of help you along your run to make this Dark Aether a bit easier, but they're not necessary. Now, if you guys think you might have a little bit of a harder time like taking down the HVT Mega Abomination for that contract, you can bring in a jug, but it's really, again, like I said, it's not necessary. You can get it done with several guns in the game. And then the other one would probably be the Ether Extractor contracts, and those would just be bringing in like extra decoys, but you can get by with what you have. And the Outlast contract can be a little tough, but it really is doable with almost any gun in the game as long as it's fully upgraded. I just feel like this Dark Aether provides that just enough of a challenge without it feeling like it's just too overbearing. Plus, you don't need anything extra. This is also the easiest one to complete without a weapon. I've done that a few times before as well. Not only is this one just easier, the loot out of this Dark Aether is really, really good. Like, that Mega Holding is just an absolute game changer, and then you got the VR11, which will help you do the original Dark Aether, plus like defeating the Red Worm and all that good stuff. And we got the Bloodburner key, which used to be one of my least favorite items and has now worked its way up to the top of my list because I can use that thing to just shoot out to the red tier zone and do one of those triangles. Let me know down in the comments section what is your guys' favorite Dark Aether to do. Appreciate everybody that took the time out to watch the video. It does mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one.